Hi, this reading's for Virgo, Gemini. Who else did I put on there? I'm so sorry. I know Libra, Scorpio, and Gemini, I believe. Let me double check. Okay, yeah, Virgo, Scorpio, and Gemini. Okay. All right. So I'm Lisi the High Priestess, and you can find me on Lisi the High Priestess on TikTok for my other readings. Lisi's World for my other talent on TikTok. Lisi.highpriestess86 on IG. You can find me on Lisi the High Priestess 2 por TikTok y YouTube Español para mi gente latina. YouTube, press like, subscribe, notification bell. With the notification bell, you can get my lives. If not, you have to wait 12 hours. I tell very unique stories that won't resonate with everyone. Within the unique story, I tell general. Sometimes I channel. Sometimes I just talk. All right. Like a good story on the one you want to listen to. Okay. I get the 3 of Swords. All right. And the 2 of Pentacles. I get Judgment. And I got the Sun reversed. Actually, Judgment and the Sun reversed. This came out like that, but I turned them around. All right. The 3 of Swords, pain. This is usually a heartache too. Okay. Someone doesn't know the truth about maybe this is a very painful story someone is talking about right here. And the 2 of Pentacles, this person has things up in the air right here. It's thrown up in the air. Okay. Someone didn't tell the truth about their pain. Also, I feel like someone's not telling someone about a heart condition that they have here. Someone's very careful with the truth too, because the 2 of Pentacles, that's tiptoeing around the truth. Because the Judgment and the Sun reverse, someone is hiding something. Someone hides the truth about somebody's pain with the 3 of Swords. All right. The King of Wands. What did the King of Wands do? You know, I shared on TikTok about there is this guy, right? He traveled a lot, and he would travel through hitchhiking, right? And he said that people would confess a lot of things to him. At first, it was the getting to know each other stage, all the fun things. And at the very last hour before they draw somebody off or something like that, they will start confessing things that they've done. Because, like, what the hell? They're never going to see them again, right? They're about to drop them off. And they will confess things. This man talked about how there was a semi driver that wanted to rape him. And he also talked about how some man was confessing that he slept with his sister when he was 12, like just sick, gross stuff. And he said that it like opened his eyes on the real world, that these people are amongst us hiding secrets. And when they get comfortable enough with someone that they don't know, they feel, and that they'll never see again, they will confess their secrets, like if they confessed it to God, but they confessed it to a human. Okay. Keeping someone's secrets real quiet too. Because fucked up things do happen to people, like at a very young age. People, I'm telling you, I constantly say this, like 3 out of 5 kids. So enough said. The 5 of Cups and the Empress and the 7 of Swords. I don't want to go down talking about this kind of shit right now. Like, you never know somebody's pain. Be kind to people, because you never fucking know what people have gone through. And I'm going to go back on where I feel like this is going on. Do you notice some people that are a lot more rebellious than other people? You never know the kind of pain that they stay with. They lash out differently. They become rebellious at a certain age. They start to run away. They start like, I also See, Vice TV, I watch a lot on Vice TV for a reason because Vice TV keeps it real on a lot of shit. A lot of shit that's going on right now as we speak. One of the things that Vice TV was talking about, and this is true, human trafficking happens a lot in these rehab locations, especially out in Florida. Florida is a big hub for human trafficking, such in rehab, runaway homes, and stuff like that, where people take advantage of the vulnerable. Okay. Also, people who take advantage of children who are in CPS or, taken to these foster cares, to the homeless. Like, shit is real out here, man. I know that we try to think. If you ever have the luxury to have money, just don't forget the forgotten. All right. Treatment centers. Okay. King of Cups reverse. People who are using their position of power to manipulate the young. Not the young, but well, yeah, it's manipulating the young. Really, honestly, that's grooming. I don't know. Okay, because I feel like I should stop doing these readings, but I'm not. Let me. I just got on a sugar high, but sugar high. You know how these people lure people with sugar? It's these kids, but in teenager description, these people are luring your children in with drugs, with these certain gateway drugs that are going to lead them into a place of chained addiction to certain things with these children that come from broken homes. All right. Someone could be like a counselor or something. You might work in the public, or you might even be in a senior home citizen, or like certain apartments where you get in the ghetto. Like it's in the ghetto, you see real things like this. There's a child here that like dealt with a lot of like fucked up things in their past, and they don't know how to act. They don't know, they're lashing out. They're lashing out because of something that happened to them. But their upbringing, if all they ever know was being from place to place. But let me tell you, I've seen people that come homeless that learn great mannerisms and learn to achieve. They could say, I came from a poor home, but I made it. But I've also seen people who have came from broken homes that want to stay in the broken type of mentality. It's like they get comfortable with the abuse and the neglect that they don't want to know anything better than that. They enjoy making that an excuse to be stuck on something. And sometimes people, and this is not everybody, please don't like word me that I think orphan people, everyone know. There's all kinds of stories. That's why I like to say unique stories. And this particular story, there's someone that is coming from a broken home and they're lashing out into the world because they came from a broken situation. Like what I saw in my cards comes with a lot of neglect, a lot of abuse in all types of form. Okay, this won't be for everybody. King of Wands, they and the Ten of Wands, but it's the black and white one. It's like someone abused their position with them as kids. Like it doesn't always have to be sexual abuse. Like I said, someone could be actually, beating these children or whatever. The Lover's card. Or being groomed by a man that eventually starts beating you once you get comfortable, once they know that you love them and they get comfortable with something like that. It's some type of grooming that happened. Also, this certain person is going to run into the arms of someone that's going to do the same thing. Because some people pray in that. They know like your vulnerabilities and what happened to you, and then when things get tough, they throw that shit in. Like they'll say very spiteful things they don't even know. They love you so much and stuff like that. But when people come from narcissistic parents or a learned behavior from certain life paths that they took in their life, they start to play out that stuff on other people. I believe that therapy is a really good thing to learn from. I also believe knowing, what's going on with you. Psychology is it's an important thing, an important book you should, actually read upon. Knowing the signs, like If something don't feel right, it's not right. And life is real fucked up. You don't know what you never know what kind of pain somebody goes through. You never know. We have to learn to be kind because you never know. But also, I'm a firm believer in not being no punk. And you can't excuse someone's behavior all the time either. When people are constantly acting like a menace to society, there has to be placed some kind of boundaries, no matter what you went through. Because there's people that have gone through horrific things and still make it to do kind acts, or still make it not to be like them. So it's all a choice on free will, and also having a soft heart and understanding why certain people, you know they act out the way they act out, because all they're trying to do is numb their pain with anger. And you got to pray for them kind of people. Pray for them not to hurt themselves or hurt you or hurt others. And always, understand that there's a thin line with crossing your boundaries. Don't ever allow someone to take advantage of you just because you're trying to be a kind person. In this world, we're full of people that don't care. Your kindness is a plate they can eat off all day, every day. Don't ever underestimate someone that will take your kindness for a weakness. But also, never let this world tear you down. Like, life is like, you can't turn right or left. But you know what? Always ask for forgiveness. Always try to do the right thing if you can, if it's possible. And understand, for some people, man, seeking revenge on them ain't gonna work, baby. You gotta pray for them, because, man, and sometimes you do got to defend yourself against people that come for you, that they got nothing to lose, baby. They got nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose. And you have to come to your defenses. Like what I'm saying here, maybe someone survived abandonment, orphanage, survived the streets and stuff like that. The struggle, even coming out of that type of mentality and that type of environment, it's a fucking fight for real. Trying to get your shit together so you don't have to depend on these motherfucking leeches or these people that are going to use you and abuse you and take you for your money so you can have a little bit of space to your motherfucking self. Fuck yeah, get your shit and go. It's a struggle. You might have to sleep in the streets in a couple days. I'm not saying to be broke. All I'm saying is, when there's a will, there's a way. And when you don't want to live like that, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. And sometimes you got to tell people, get the fuck out too. Just got to be like that. If they don't want to do anything good for themselves, do you think they're going to want you to be good? Unless they're using you and living off you. And the moment you tell them they can't bring that insanity here, they start acting fucking crazy with you. I'm just saying that we can't make that a fucking excuse. That's all I know. Well, learn something different, motherfucker. Get it together. Life is so evolving all the time. There's change all the time. And things are changing here. You can't just put your fucking hands on me. Let me tell you something. I don't know how many decades ago it was, but there was a point that your man could beat your fucking ass and they will call the cops and let his ass go, because you know what? A woman should have never made that man fucking mad or angry. There was a time when our ancestors were slaves. There was a time, even if you tried to help a slave and you weren't a slave, you will get punished for that. I'm telling you, the progression of life and where we're at, there's all kinds of rights and boundaries that you can place on yourself where you are not, there was a time before where Hollywood was ran by these powerful men that groomed artists, men and women. And there's some fucked up, horrific shit that people aren't even going to tell you about because they're too embarrassed to tell you the truth. The truth is very fucking ugly, and it's a lot weirder than the lies. And I'm going to tell you something. Thank God for YouTube. Some people may not like YouTube. They think it's all dark. But let me tell you, baby, for somebody like me, for someone like me, ain't no man making me do strange things. And some people even know what it is to do some strange, and maybe you only did it once, but here's the thing. Someone got away with manipulating you. And if you were to ask me if someone went back to make sure motherfuckers wasn't still doing the same thing they were doing to you as a child, who the fuck am I to be like, oh, you're evil? You're like, let me mind my fucking business. I tell this to a lot of people. Let me mind my fucking business because some shit ain't none of my motherfucking business. I'm telling you, I openly say that shit too. Shit ain't my fucking business. You know? I don't always be condoning revenge, but I also don't see it. I don't see. And I'm understandable on some shit. Like, VC ain't no goody two shoes, but you never know what the fuck people are up to until they're right in your face, doing it right in front of you. And they're telling you not to speak up because if you do, you're going to tell them that you wanted it. You were asking for it. That's why I'm not too harsh on people who aren't into religion or into certain things, into the Bible and stuff like that. I don't know what they experience to believe different. But one thing is, stopping that curse is stopping the behavior of people that put you there. Now, y'all may think I'm smart now that I don't know. People think I know a lot, but honestly, I'm riding the wave just like everybody else. Sometimes I'm drowning, and sometimes I'm swimming, and sometimes I'm just floating. How about y'all? How was your day today? Did you float? Did you swim? Did you drown? Did you wake up? Did you hold your breath? Because when I'm talking about this water, I'm talking about your emotions. Shit is fucked up. Everybody deals with some fucked up shit. I'm not always against the bad guys because the bad guy has to take out another bad guy and better their karma than mine. I've been saying this lately on with Virgo a lot because here I'm doing Virgo with the other placements. There's a saying in Spanish, de putas hay putas. So just know that, like, sometimes justice doesn't come our way. It comes our ether's ways. And then there's some people that don't wait for justice. Some people are really makers of their own destiny. And that's a different type of game that I probably shouldn't talk about. Kudos to you if you're talking about it, but to me, I have to respect what is. And respecting what is means it's none of my fucking business.